morning, everyone, and welcome back, or welcome to those of you that are new. My name is Marissa, and this channel is The Crafty Heifer here, and I'm also The Crafty Heifer over on Instagram. So today, this one is going to be just really quick. I have done a lot of stitching, but only on a couple of different projects. And then we're going to go over our Jolly July plans, and that's going to be it for the day. I will say my best new thing this week, like Michelle Bendy Stitchy does, finally found a sewing machine. So I know a lot of you don't like other talk in your cross stitch videos, but you're gonna have to bear with me today because it's just gonna take a second. I had, when I was, getting my tax return and, what am I gonna spend the money on, how much am I gonna save, all of that kind of stuff, I had decided that I was gonna buy a sewing machine. Well, about that time, we all know what happened in March, and the world lost its mind. So I have not been able to find one. So I went to Joann's yesterday, just on a whim. I was talking with my girl, Michelle, Creative Mayhem, and she was like, well, just go and see if they have one. She's like, you may have to just go into the store because everywhere online is sold out. And so I went in and I talked to the lady in the Viking Sewing Center that are in the Joann's, and she was like, well, I got 5 this morning. I have 2 left. So I lucked out. It's a Singer Tradition, which is a good, like, mid-range, beginner to mid-range sewing machine, which is all I need. I don't need it to do anything fancy. So I sat down last night, got it set up, and I started sewing. I had lots of fabric. I had some charm packs, 5-inch charm packs. And so I've started putting some of those together. I'm really excited about it. So that will be probably things that you see. I did get fabric to make project bags for myself and maybe a friend or two, or maybe a giveaway. But I got real intimidated at the interfacing, so I had to walk off. I didn't know what I was looking for. I had to come home and do some research. So that is all the sewing talk. Those of you that did not like that, you can fast forward, through that section, hopefully. Okay, so let's talk about what I stitched on this week. We have no new starts. We have no finishes. It was all just a whip it week, just complete whip it week. So I'm trying to get done with Feels Like Home, so I need to have that done by next weekend. As far as I know now, our meeting is still going to happen, but like my Scottish Society meeting got canceled, so I'm kind of anticipating this one will get canceled, but I may take this and drop this off at her house anyway. So last week I was working on, or the last time you saw this, I was still working on Home. I didn't have any of the fence done, and I did not have, of course, the roses. So I was still like, I think I was like on the M over here. So as you can see, I got that done. Now, I haven't done this part back here because I was kind of thinking that I could move my roses and do one up here and kind of block that off. I don't know how that's going to work. So as you can see, I did the smaller rose, and then I've gotten started on the second one, which I've messed up, of course. So I'm going to get this finished tonight. This is tonight's goal. It is, in fact, I should say that. It's Tuesday, April the 30th. I waited till the last minute to bring you this video, but that's okay. So I am going to finish this tonight one way or the other, whether I have to rip this out and start over or if I can fudge it and make it work. We'll see. So tonight's goal is to have that finished so that we can do Jolly July. The other project that got a few stitches, and I do mean a few stitches, is in this super cute bag that Miss Gina made me. As far as I know, Gina does not have a Etsy store or anything like that. I know she posts some of her bags up in, I think it's Cross Stitch Stash Unloading, but it may be another group, but it's one of the resale groups. So I purchased that from her. And this still has my needle in it, so I just got a little bit more done on the O here. So, and it will look, dropped the pattern in the floor. So if you can see, I don't want to show you the pattern too much, but you can see that's a giant O. So that's what I'm working on. But yeah, so just a little bit more. I'm really liking this color. I think I chose good for the color. I think it's Vintage Country Mocha. I'm not positive about that. Cafe Mocha, maybe. I don't remember. It's something mocha. There it is. That's in an 11 by 11 Q-snap with a 17-inch grime guard on it, I believe. Make it work, right? Thanks, Tim Gunn. Okay, So those were my 2 stitching projects for the week. That's literally all I did. And I've stitched pretty much every day. I took a couple of days off, like, I want to say, I don't think I stitched like last Monday and Tuesday, but like I took a couple days off, but for the most part, I've stitched every day, at least for 30 minutes or so. I'm just not going very fast. So, coffee break, give me just a second. In my flamingo mug, my kitchen is done in flamingos, you guys. My mom bought me this mug. I absolutely love it. So, let's talk about Jolly July. I will be starting out my Jolly July. Nope, that's not it. It's one of these. It's one of these. So, I, along with Creative Mayhem, who does have a channel here on YouTube, and as well as my sister, who's Leopard and Lace Boutique Co. She's also here on YouTube. She does not really post videos anymore, but she's here. She's also on Instagram. They're both also on Instagram. Anywho, we had gotten together and decided that we were going to do Snow Village for July. So they have all bought, we're all doing it different. My sister is actually going to do Glitter Village. Now these are all Country Cottage Needleworks villages that they have. They have several different ones. So I'm sure you can find one that you like. If you want to do this with us, feel free. We're just doing it just because we really liked the village. So this is Snow Village. This is the centerpiece. And if you go to the Country Cottage Needleworks website, it has these all laid out the way that they suggest laying them out. So this is the big piece. Most of these are half of this size. So this is basically 2 of like the little houses and the carts and things that go along with this. So this is made to be like a big center banner. This is the only thing I'm going to be doing for July, is just this center part. So I'm going to do this on its own. And then after July, I will go back and put in houses and things like that. I'm getting to the point, I've got way more whips than I thought I would. Way more. I'm super excited about July because I'm going to actually get to have some finishes. So I realized that in picking all of these large projects, you don't get a finish. And so it kind of starts feeling like you're not getting anywhere sometimes. And so I decided I'm going to go ahead and do July, put aside my big whip projects and come back to those later, because I can actually get a lot of these small ones finished, which is what I'm looking forward to, is actually having something to show for all of my stitching. So this is the Picture This Plus Tidal, and that's T-I-D-A-L. It's really hard to say with a southern accent and not sound like the other words. So, Picture This Plus Tidal in 16 count. This is what I'm going to be stitching Snow Village on. I really like this piece of fabric. This is my first Picture This Plus. I just got it right about the time that everybody started selling out. So I've had this piece of fabric on the way for a while. And if I remember, yeah, I got this at Fire Poppies, and I remember showing you guys. And then I ordered the Fat Quarter Shop Kimberly Snow Village pack. So I went ahead and just ordered that. And again, this has been a while back when we decided, I think it was back at like the middle of May, beginning of May maybe, that we decided we were doing this one. So this one had been on order for a while. I really like the colors that Kimberly chose. I think this red, I would like it to be a little more red, like that red, but I'm going to make it work, because that's what we do. So, I have my thread pack, and my pattern, also came from Fat Quarter Shop, and then, like I said, my fabric I got from Fire Poppies. So, that will be my first project. I'm going to start on that on the 1st, tomorrow. Get to start this tomorrow. And my goal for Jolly July, the way I'm going to do it is I'm going to start a project, finish a project, and then move on to the next one. So I may or may not get to all of these. It just depends on how fast I can stitch and which projects get called first. So this one I think will probably take me a few days. Hopefully not too much longer than that. But we'll see. So next up on the list, I do have some big ones as well. But I've got a wheel downloaded. I've got to get all these loaded into the wheel, so that, I can decide. I'm going to let that be my decision maker, because I have certain ones that I'm really excited and really want to start. And I'm afraid that if I choose, I'm never going to do some of the other ones that, like, I bought first and, like, I like, but I don't love anymore. So, the next one I got is called Snow Sampler. Looks like this. This is also Country Cottage Needleworks. You guys are going to kind of pick up on a theme. I really like Country Cottage Needleworks. So, I really just like how this one is very subtle. It's very soft. This is more of a winter pattern instead of a Christmas pattern. So I feel like I can leave it up, you know, throughout the year. This is done on a 28 count even weave of some sort. It's a mystery even weave. That I purchased off of a stash unload. I love this gray color. This is like my goal. This gray color, I want to stitch so many things on it. It's great. It's a good color. So there's that one. And if I bump the tripod, I'm sorry, because I'm putting these envelopes straight back in between the two legs. Okay, so this next one is a Country Cottage, and it is called Joy, Ornamental Joy, excuse me. Ornamental Joy. I really liked this one. I thought it was super cute. I may change a few of the colors in this one to more of a limey green, more playful. I want to kind of make this one a little more playful, I think, instead of more traditional. And I got a 28 count tea-dyed cashel for this. All of these are going to be, except for those, the previous two, I think everything else is on like a tea-dye colored fabric. I was going for a theme. Okay. After that, which this one is the one I'm probably really, one of the ones I'm most excited about, is Santa's List, also by Country Cottage Needleworks. And I saw this one for the first time in a stash unloading group, and it's been posted several times and I kept missing it. I almost went and bought it, and just, I happened to find it one day, like right as she posted it, and so I went ahead and grabbed it. So that's Santa's List. I love this one. I will be doing this on a 32 count tea-dyed by me linen. Both of these will be on the same fabric. So that fabric I showed you guys last week is tea-dyed. I cut it up, and I'm using it for all these little Christmas pieces like I told you I would. The next one I have is Farmhouse Christmas, the Little Red Barn. It's part of their 9-part series. And this is Little House Needleworks. I always get those names. I have a struggle with that one. So I really, really liked this one. It's got the red barn. It's got the sheep. You know, I just loved it. Loved it. So I had to have that one. That was another one that I was just like, I think I need that. Now, because I don't have enough bags, some of these are sharing bags. So just be prepared, I guess. I just have to know what's where. Alright. Next up is... Actually, let's go the other way. So in this envelope, which I can't show you the other side because it's got my address on it, is some flosses that I pulled from my stash, and then it is the glitter village houses. So I bought this one as well, and we have several of the glitter pieces. So this is number 5, which is the church with the stained glass windows, which is adorable, by the way. Number 8. Number 7. Number 6. And number 3. So yeah. So I have all of those. I put all of these in as individual choices. So I may get one glitter house and then get something completely different and then go back to a glitter house and do something completely different. So, like I said, those are all separate in there. And then I did have some of the flosses, but I also bought a lot of floss yesterday from Fire Poppies, which should be here tomorrow. We won't talk about it because I kind of feel a little bit guilty, but it was all for stuff that I needed. So it was like stuff for this, a couple of the other projects that I have coming up that I know I need to get started on. Yeah, it was just a lot. And then I did stock up. I stocked up on 3865. I stocked up on 310. Some of those colors that I knew I was going to need, I went ahead and stocked up on. So, you know, and I also got fabric and a few other things. You'll see that order when it comes in. Okay. And then the last few that I have for you, these are all going to be done on the same 32 count tea-dyed linen that I showed you guys last week. So we have Lizzie Kate Snow Friends, which is, I think this is part of a 6-part series. There's 6 or 5 other snowmen in that series as well. But I really liked that one. We have Country Cottage Needleworks, and this is part of their ornaments collection, and this is called Christmas Cheer. Lizzie Kate Socks and Underwear, which I thought was just super cute. I think I showed you guys this last week. So a lot of these you have seen, but this is what I'm going to be doing. Waxing Moon Designs, A Sparkly Christmas, which you saw last week as well. It says Christmas is too sparkly, said no one ever. And the Waxing Moon Designs, Sparkly Christmas, I'm actually going to do on this bright red Ada. What is this? A 14 count Ada from Michaels, I think. Yeah, Loops and Threads. That's a Michaels brand. And this is part, they have like this one, a green one, and a gold, I think. That's part of their Christmas colors. So, there we go. Now, I do have a couple of other ones coming in the mail. I did buy 1 or 2 more that I may add or take out. You know, I may take some of these out as I go. But basically, my plan is to do Christmas in July. And then I talked to you guys about it a little bit last week. I'm going to be doing all Ghost August, where I'm going to work on all of my Halloween patterns in the month of August. And I know you're thinking, well, it's only like a month or 2 till October, just wait. But September is St. Jude month, and so I am going to lose most of September. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to use September to do some finishing, to maybe work on some whips, like, you know, Oh Say Can You See if I'm not done with it, my linens and threads, my letters from Hogwarts. Some of those would be good because I can just pull them out, do what I need to do that night for the stress relief of it, and then just keep going. Put it up. So I think I'm just going to do like a free-for-all September, just work on all of my whips when I have the time and when I have the energy to do that in September. And then in October, I think I'll probably start finishing off Halloween patterns. If I haven't finished them already, I'll continue working on Halloween patterns in October. And then November and December will probably be Christmas projects. So, and just kind of wrapping up the year, trying to get things finished before the end of the year. That's just kind of like a very, very, very tentative idea of what I'm going to be doing for the next several months. So, we'll see how that goes until the next new thing catches my attention and I decide to go there, right? Because that's how we all are. So, I think that's all I have for you today. Hopefully next week we'll have some project bags that I made that we can show. We will have some finishes, or at least a finish, and then we'll see how far we get on Snow Village. I am going to try to do a watch party for Hamilton this weekend. I'm super excited about it, you guys. I've wanted to see this since it came out. I'm so excited. So, you know, I'm working on that. We do have our Saturday morning Zoom chats. So if you're free Saturday mornings from 10 to about noon Central Time, we get on Zoom and we just have a good time. Everybody brings their crafts. We just sit around and we chit chat. Feel free to come in, go as you need to go. If you have plans or you have, you know, got to go run errands or go to the grocery store, do your thing. We just want to get together and have fun and chat since we can't do it in real life right now. That's all it is. It's very casual. All I ask is that you be respectful of other people. The link is in the description box. It's in all of my description boxes to that Zoom chat. I think the one in the Flosstube is for a sign up. If you like give me a Google form sign up kind of a thing, and I'll email you on Friday morning with the link and the password. If you're in my Wednesday videos, my Wednesday lives, the link and the passwords are in there. So, just kind of how I do it. Feel free to join us. We're going to be doing Jolly July. If you would like to do any of these projects, if you're also working on any of these projects, please feel free to show your pictures and all of that kind of stuff. I'm going to try. No promises, okay, you guys? I'm going to try to be better about posting on Instagram. So, like, as I'm working each night, try to post every night for the month of July. I don't know how successful I'm going to be, but I'm going to try. So, if you don't see me posting, maybe give me a little reminder. But I want to say thank you again to everyone. We've had several new subscribers join us in the last couple of weeks. I'm having so much fun with this. I'm really enjoying this community. I've loved my diamond painting community as well. And so we're just doing all the things. And apparently I'm going to be sewing with some folks as well. Nothing too hard because we're going to have to, we got to practice. I need a lot of practice. Anywho, you guys, if you liked this video and you're not already subscribed, please consider hitting that subscribe button. Give me a thumbs up if you liked what you saw here today. Don't forget to ring that cowbell because everybody needs more cowbell in their lives. And you guys, happy stitching until we meet again. Bye.